gun charges. The indictment deepens legal jeopardy for the president's son and will likely be seized on by Republicans for campaign trail attacks. I'm Tyrone Bowman. This is Tyrone Bowman Tonight. According to the Wall Street Journal, Hunter Biden was indicted Thursday on gun charges related to his purchase of a firearm in 2018, setting up a prosecution that will play out as his father, President Biden, campaigns for re-election. While expected, the indictment brought by special counsel David Weiss deepens the younger Biden's legal jeopardy, and Republicans are likely to seize it in attacking the president on the campaign trail. Thursday's indictment adds another high-profile prosecution to a 2024 election season that is unfolding against the backdrop of politically explosive criminal proceedings, with former President Donald Trump leading in the Republican primary race while defending himself against two federal cases and separate charges brought by local prosecutors in Georgia and New York. Biden's indictment, filed in federal court in Delaware, followed the collapse in late July of a plea deal that he hoped would resolve a 5-year investigation into his business dealings and taxes. As part of the agreement, the younger Biden, 53 years old, planned to plead guilty to a pair of misdemeanor tax charges and avoid prosecution on a gun charge if he remained drug-free, and promised to never own a firearm again. Hunter Biden's lawyer, Abby Lowell, said the evidence has not changed since the demise of that deal, saying what had changed was MAGA Republicans' improper and partisan interference in this process. We believe these charges are barred by the agreement the prosecutors made with Mr. Biden. The recent rulings by several federal courts that this statute is unconstitutional, and the facts that he did not violate that law, and we plan to demonstrate all of that in court, Lowell said in a statement. White said early in the month that he planned to bring charges against Hunter Biden in connection with his purchase of a pistol in 2018, when prosecutors say he lied on a federal form by claiming that he wasn't using drugs at the time. The younger Biden has acknowledged he was addicted at the time to crack cocaine. The 3-count indictment alleges that Hunter Biden knowingly lied in certifying that he wasn't addicted to drugs when he purchased a Colt Cobra 38 SPL in October 2018, and that he possessed the firearm illegally. If convicted, he faces a maximum penalty of 25 years in prison. You can forget that this man is not going to jail for 25 years. And let me add this. This is going to piss you MAGA Republicans off, and I don't care. If Donald Trump, with all the crap that he's got going on with him, and Republicans don't care, and they approve of everything that he has done, and still want him to be president of the United States, and you all want to condemn President Biden when he has nothing to do with this indictment, and you want to say that President Biden is unfit to serve for office, the guy that you want to be president, you need to take another look at him, but you don't care about that. You only care about winning. And you don't care if you lie, cheat, or steal to do it. When President Barack Obama was president, you couldn't find any dirt on him. So you became obstructionist. And you deliberately sabotaged his agenda. Think about that for a moment. Now back to the story. And I'm going on record to tell you, he will not spend 25 years in prison. The 3-count indictment alleges that Hunter Biden knowingly lied in certifying that he wasn't addicted to drugs when he purchased a Colt Cobra 38 SPL in October 2018, and that he possessed the firearm illegally. If convicted, he faces a maximum penalty of 25 years in prison, but would likely serve far less. Prosecutors didn't file tax charges against Hunter Biden on Thursday, but could still do so. The White House has maintained that it isn't involved in Hunter Biden's legal matters, and that the president has never discussed them with the Justice Department. Ian Sams, the White House spokesman for oversight and investigations, refers inquiries to Hunter Biden's representatives and the Justice Department. The Justice Department declined to comment. Hunter Biden's plea deal imploded during a July court hearing under questioning from a federal judge that exposed differences in how Biden's defense team and federal prosecutors interpreted the terms of the agreement. Biden had agreed under the plea deal to admit to failing to pay his taxes in 2018. After negotiations to salvage the agreement foundered, in the following week, Attorney General Merrick Garland conferred special counsel status on Weiss, who had previously overseen the investigation as the U.S. Attorney in Delaware. The special counsel appointment formally granted Weiss added flexibility to pursue charges outside of Delaware. Last month, prosecutors signaled that they intended to bring tax charges against Biden Hunter in either California or Washington, D.C., where he lived during the years at issue in the case. Despite the unraveling of the plea deal, Hunter Biden's defense team has said he is abiding by the terms. It has been making regular visits to his court-assigned probation officer. Biden's lawyers and other legal experts have argued that the Justice Department rarely prosecutes gun charges, such as those brought Thursday, particularly against first-time nonviolent offenders, unless they can be connected to more serious conduct. Ahead of the plea deal, Biden's lawyers said any gun charge would face challenges on the heels of recent court rulings questioning the constitutionality of federal restrictions on firearm purchases. For months, the indictment came days after House Speaker Kevin McCarthy announced the launching of a formal impeachment inquiry into President Biden that is centered on the activities of his only surviving son. That's going nowhere, For months, House Republicans have investigated the finances of the Biden family, with a focus on Hunter Biden's foreign business dealings. No evidence has emerged to show that the president benefited from Hunter Biden's activities or that he wielded government authority to favor them. In launching the impeachment probe, McCarthy also accused the Biden administration of giving Hunter Biden special treatment in the criminal tax investigation. In closed-door and public testimony, two Internal Revenue agents have said the Justice Department officials slow-walked and stymied the investigation into the president's son. Oh, gee, I guess that warrants impeachment, right? What happened on January 6th didn't warrant impeachment? Y'all must be crazy. IRS Supervisor Agent Gary Shapley has said Justice Department officials blocked Weiss's effort to bring charges against Hunter Biden in Washington, D.C. and in California. Weiss has pushed back against that claim, saying he had broad latitude to pursue charges and had never been denied the authority to bring charges in any jurisdiction. Last week, a senior FBI official countered the IRS agent's claims that Weiss was hindered in his investigation of Hunter Biden. Thomas Sobocinski, the special agent who oversees the FBI team involved in the investigation, specifically disputed Shapley's claim that Weiss had told investigators that he wasn't the deciding official on whether charges are filed. I'm Tyrone Bowman. Never surrender, never quit.